A former casino slot director just revealed a list that gaming companies tried to keep off public forums. This isn't about which machines to avoid. You've heard that before? This is about the 12 machines that former employees say actually give you a fighting chance, plus the 3 that use psychological tactics so aggressive that floor managers admitted feeling uncomfortable watching people play them. What you're about to learn has already been scrubbed from 2 major gambling discussion boards, and the numbers we're sharing come from documented internal reports that were never meant to reach players. Machine number 1, Wheel of Fortune Classic Triple Strike. And here's why a former slot technician called it one of the last honest games on most casino floors. The dollar denomination version shows an RTP between 92 and 94%, according to data that came directly from maintenance logs. What makes this significant is the 3-reel mechanical structure. A programmer who worked on casino floor layouts for 6 years explained that these older mechanical games weren't designed with the hold optimization strategies that modern video slots use. The math is transparent. The reels are physical. There's no algorithm deciding when you've played long enough to deserve a win. Sarah, a regular player who started documenting every session 2 years ago, provided spreadsheets showing something remarkable. Over 6 months of playing Wheel of Fortune Triple Strike twice weekly, her tracked results showed consistent smaller wins that accumulated to an overall loss of just 8%. That's almost exactly what the RTP predicts. Compare that to newer video slots where players report losing 30 to 40% of their bankroll in similar timeframes. A former slot floor director confirmed what makes this machine different: predictable volatility. You're not riding massive swings between devastating losses and rare huge wins. You're getting steady, smaller returns that match what the programming promises. But if you think transparent mechanical reels are your best option, machine number 2 takes a completely different approach that actually uses modern technology in your favor. Machine number 2, Lightning Link, specifically the dollar denomination version, has something that a former game programmer called a forced redistribution mechanic. The hold and spin feature that defines this game shows documented RTP between 90 and 92%. But here's what makes it genuinely different. The community jackpot system isn't just marketing. Internal casino reports that were leaked 18 months ago revealed something gaming companies didn't want advertised. A Lightning Link's progressive structure contractually requires more frequent payouts than competing machines. A retired accountant named Frank spent 18 months tracking 200 separate sessions on Dollar Lightning Link. His meticulous records, verified by casino transaction records, showed he finished ahead by $3,000. Former technicians confirmed the bonus trigger frequency sits around 120 to 150 spins. He's significantly better than most video slots that make you wait 300 spins or more. What makes this particularly notable is how wins distribute across time, rather than concentrating in rare massive payouts that drain you between bonuses. And speaking of machines where modern technology works in your favor rather than against you, machine number 3 reveals something that even casino floor managers don't fully understand. Machine number 3, Ultimate Firelink, operates across multiple denominations. But here's what makes it genuinely unusual. The RTP stays remarkably consistent, whether you're playing quarters or dollars, ranging between 91 and 93% according to technical documentation. A former slot technician who serviced these machines for 4 years explained what he called the persistent state feature. The jackpot meters you see aren't just visual decoration. They're contractually obligated to drop by specific thresholds, and that information comes from actual service manuals that weren't intended for player access. This creates something rare in casino gambling: genuine transparency. You can see exactly how close each jackpot is to its must-hit by amount. Marcus, a player who discovered this pattern, started documenting jackpot meter positions across multiple Ultimate Firelink machines in his local casino. Over 3 months, he identified 2 machines where the grand jackpot was approaching its maximum threshold. He played exclusively when meters showed above 70% of must-hit amounts. His documented win, $8,400 on a grand jackpot that hit after 2 hours of play. Former employees confirmed this approach works because the mathematics behind must hit by progressives requires the jackpot to drop before reaching the stated maximum. Unlike games where you're gambling on pure chance, this machine telegraphs when probability shifts in your favor. But machine number 4 takes the concept of transparency even further by eliminating modern complexity entirely. Machine number 4. Double Diamond, one of the classic three-reel slots still found in most casinos, shows RTP between 94 and 96% on dollar denomination. A former slot manager who spent 12 years overseeing casino floors admitted something revealing during an industry conference that was recorded and later shared on gambling forums. We hate when informed players camp these machines. The reason exposes everything about how modern slots changed the game. Three-reel mechanical slots like Double Diamond weren't designed with the variable RTP programming and psychological manipulation features that define modern video slots. There's no bonus round where volatility can hide, no complicated feature that disguises the actual hit frequency. What you see across 3 physical reels is exactly what you get. Jennifer's experience illustrates why casinos prefer you playing anything else. She brought $500 to a weekend casino trip and played exclusively dollar Double Diamond for both days. No bonus chasing, no progressive hunting, just straightforward 3-reel gambling. Her casino transaction records showed she cashed out $3,200 when she left. A former programmer explained why this result, while not guaranteed, isn't unusual on Double Diamond. The absence of complexity means the absence of hidden volatility traps. Every spin resolves immediately. You know instantly whether you won or lost. There's no near-miss programming showing you 2 sevens with the third 1 spot away. The reels stop where the RNG determines without psychological manipulation, layered on top of mathematical disadvantage. And if you appreciate that straightforward honesty, machine number 5 maintains simplicity while adding a progressive element that former employees described as surprisingly player-friendly. Machine number 5, Blazing Sevens, combines a base RTP between 89 and 91% with a progressive jackpot that builds at what internal documentation called a player-friendly rate. This specific phrase appeared in leaked emails between game designers and casino purchasing managers. The progressive meter isn't just taking your money and holding it hostage until some rare maximum hit. It redistributes frequently enough that regular players actually see progressive wins as part of normal play, rather than once-in-a-lifetime events. Tom, who plays Blazing Sevens twice weekly, kept 3 months of detailed records that show something remarkable. He triggered the bonus round an average of once every 80 to 100 spins, and hit progressive awards 7 times across 42 separate sessions. His overall result showed a 12% loss, meaning the game performed almost exactly as its 90% RTP suggests. A former casino consultant who analyzed payout data across multiple properties confirmed that Blazing Sevens was designed specifically to build player loyalty rather than maximum hold percentage, and that design philosophy shows in actual player results. Before I reveal machine number 6, I need to ask something. If this information is helping you understand which machines actually give you a fair chance, please subscribe to this channel and leave a comment telling me about your biggest slot machine win. I read every single comment, and your experiences help other viewers understand what's really happening on casino floors. Now, machine number 6 is controversial among casino management for one very specific reason that reveals everything about how gaming companies think about their customers. Machine number 6, Mega Meltdown. And here's the specific reason casino managers have mixed feelings about keeping it on their floors. This machine operates with a 4-level progressive system, but documentation from a former game programmer reveals something that sets it apart from similar multi-level progressives. The minor and mini jackpots hit approximately 40% more frequently than competing games in the same category. That number comes from analysis of actual payout data across multiple casino properties over 18 months. What makes this significant is how it changes the fundamental playing experience. You're not feeding money into a machine for hours, hoping for one massive win that probably won't come. You're hitting smaller progressive awards frequently enough that they become an expected part of normal play rather than rare events. Rachel documented something that illustrates exactly why this matters. During a single 8-hour session playing dollar denomination Mega Meltdown, she recorded 12 separate minor jackpot wins. Her session tracking showed she invested $2,000 in total coin in, but collected 1,700 in returns, plus those 12 minor jackpots ranging from $150 to $400 each. A former floor supervisor who reviewed similar payout patterns explained that Mega Meltdown's progressive structure was designed with what internal documentation called player sustainability. Unlike Dragon Link, where you can chase the hold and spin feature for hours and walk away with almost nothing, Mega Meltdown's weighted minor jackpot programming creates consistent reinforcement. The machine isn't promising you one life-changing win while draining your bankroll between rare bonuses. It's offering multiple legitimate win opportunities per session. And speaking of legitimate win opportunities, machine number 7 does something that former technicians called surprisingly honest for a modern video slot. Machine number 7. Quick Hit Platinum shows hit frequency between 25 and 30%, meaning roughly 1 in every 4 spins produces some kind of win. Documentation from former slot floor operations reveals the RTP ranges between 90 and 92% even on quarter denomination. But here's what makes Quick Hit Platinum genuinely different from machines that use frequent small wins as a trap. The win distribution actually extends your playing time rather than creating the illusion of winning while depleting your bankroll faster. A programmer who worked on game design for 8 years explained that quick hit symbols are weighted differently than typical scatter symbols. They appear frequently enough to create regular reinforcement without the deceptive near-miss programming that makes you think you're always one symbol away from a bonus. David's experience demonstrates exactly what this means in practice. He plays 4-hour sessions every weekend, exclusively on Quick Hit Platinum at 50 cents per spin. Over 6 months of documented play, he tracked something revealing. He rarely left a session down more than $50. And some sessions he finished slightly ahead. His overall loss across 26 sessions totaled $380 on approximately $31,000 in total coin-in. That's a loss rate of roughly 1.2%, far better than the 8 to 10% that most video slot players experience. A former floor supervisor admitted something during a recorded industry presentation. Players on Quick Hit stay longer and stay happier because the regular small wins create actual entertainment value instead of the predatory depletion pattern that defines most modern slots. But machine number 8 reveals something even more interesting about how casinos think about machine placement and player psychology. Machine number 8, Wheel of Fortune 4-dimensional. Slot uses newer technology with certified RTP between 90 and 92% across all denominations. But here's what makes it fascinating. Casinos actually want you playing this machine. Internal reports from multiple casino properties show that Wheel of Fortune 4D stays prominently placed on main casino floors, specifically because winners attract crowds. Suri, a former marketing director, explained the strategy during a gaming industry conference. When players see someone win a wheel spin bonus and collect $800 or $1,200, it creates social proof that winning is possible. What makes this different from typical casino psychology is that the wins aren't manufactured theater. The 3-dimensional wheel spin uses genuine ENG outcomes, confirmed by former programmers who worked on the game design. There's no deceptive near-miss programming making the wheel almost stop on major awards. The wheel lands where mathematics determines it lands. Monica's documented experience shows this transparency in action. During one session, she triggered the wheel bonus 6 times across 3 hours of play at dollar denomination. 5 of those spins produced wins between $200 and $600. One spin hit a minor progressive for $1,100. She left that session up $1,800. Former employees confirmed that this result, while fortunate, isn't statistically unusual because the wheel bonus triggers approximately every 100 to 150 spins with guaranteed minimum wins. Unlike machines hidden in back corners where informed players know to avoid them, casinos showcase Wheel of Fortune 4D because it creates visible winners that generate excitement without actually costing the casino more than projected hold percentages. We're getting to machine number 9, and this one has a feature that former employees say was programmed too generously, creating an advantage that most players don't even realize exists. Machine number 9, Wild Lepre Coins. And here's the feature that former slot technicians say breaks the usual bonus buy rules that typically favor the house. This machine offers a bonus purchase option, but documentation from a programmer who worked on certification testing revealed something unexpected. The bonus buy maintains 94% RTP, which contradicts how most bonus purchase features operate. Typically, when you buy directly into a bonus round instead of triggering it naturally, the game programming reduces win probability to offset the guaranteed feature access. Internal testing documents that leaked from game certification labs show Wild Lepre Coins doesn't follow that pattern. The bonus outcomes remain consistent whether you trigger the feature through natural play or direct purchase. Kevin, a player who specifically researched bonus buy mathematics, showed 68 of those 100 bonuses returned more than the purchase cost, with a total investment of $8,200, producing returns of $7,700. A former game designer explained during an industry forum discussion that Wild Lepre Coins was developed during a brief period when one major manufacturer was experimenting with bonus buy transparency, trying to differentiate their product from competitors who were openly programming bonus purchases to underperform. That experiment ended when casino operators complained the feature was too player-friendly, but machines already in distribution remained unchanged. What makes this significant isn't just the favorable mathematics, it's the control it gives players over volatility. You can choose exactly when to trigger the feature based on your bankroll and session goals, rather than grinding through hundreds of base game spins hoping for a trigger that might never come. Machine number 10 extends that concept of player control through a completely different mechanical approach. Machine number 10, Dragon's Law. Twin Fever uses synchronized reels that genuinely increase hit frequency rather than just creating visual excitement. Former technicians who serviced these machines explained that the twin reel feature, where 2 or 3 reels synchronize and show identical symbols, increases base game hit frequency to approximately 35%. Internal data leaked from casino management reports showed something they found problematic. Players have significantly longer sessions with lower money loss per hour compared to similar denomination games. One former floor manager's email, which appeared in a gaming industry lawsuit discovery, specifically complained that Dragon's Law was generating below target hold percentages because the twin reel feature triggered too frequently. Lisa documented exactly what this means in practical terms. She tracked a 3-hour session playing 50-cent denomination, recording every single spin outcome. Out of 412 total spins, she recorded 147 wins of various amounts. The twin reel feature activated 63 times, and 41 of those activations produced winning combinations. Her total investment for the session was $206 in coin-in, with returns of $172, to creating a loss of just $34 across 3 hours. A former programmer confirmed that unlike Buffalo's near-miss programming, where matching symbols appear on the first 2 reels constantly to create false hope, Dragon's Law twin reels actually increase win probability when they activate. The synchronized reels aren't psychological manipulation, they're a genuine mechanical advantage during base gameplay. Now, before I reveal machines 11 and 12, I need to warn you about 3 machines that use tactics so aggressive they offset everything we've discussed. These aren't just bad bets. They're psychologically engineered to exploit specific cognitive vulnerabilities that even former casino employees called predatory. Machine number 1, Invaders from Planet Moolah. And here's the specific deception that former programmers admitted was intentionally designed into the game structure. The cascading reels feature appears to create multiple consecutive wins from a single spin, but internal documentation reveals those cascades are weighted to stop after 3 or 4 levels, regardless of what symbols remain. A programmer who worked on game certification explained that player testing showed people interpreted cascading wins as hot streaks, never calculating that each cascade dramatically reduces the probability of the next cascade occurring. The base game RTP sits between 85 and 87%, but the cascading feature creates a psychological illusion that masks just how quickly the machine depletes your bankroll. Robert's experience demonstrates exactly how this manipulation works. Night, he sat down at Invaders from Planet Moolah, feeling confident after triggering several cascade sequences early in his session. The visual presentation of symbols disappearing and new ones falling into place created what he described as momentum, a feeling that the machine was hot and winds were flowing. His transaction records tell a different story. Over 4 hours, he fed $2,400 into that machine and cashed out nothing. Former floor managers admitted during recorded testimony in an unrelated lawsuit that Invaders from Planet Moolah was deliberately placed near casino entrances, specifically because the cascading animation looks exciting and draws in players who don't understand how the feature actually functions mathematically. And if you think visual deception through cascading reels is manipulative, Warning Machine number 2 uses something even more insidious: sound design that literally tricks your brain into misinterpreting losses as wins. Machine number 2 is Monopoly Millionaire, and the specific manipulation technique used here goes beyond visual deception into auditory psychological exploitation. A former sound engineer who worked on slot machine audio design for 9 years revealed something during a gaming industry conference that was later scrubbed from official recordings. Monopoly Millionaire triggers celebratory sounds and animations when you win 40% or less of your original bet. Place a $20 wager, you win $8 back, and the machine erupts with the exact same audiovisual celebration as a genuine profitable win. Internal focus group testing documents that leaked during a regulatory investigation showed something disturbing. Players consistently failed to notice they were experiencing net losses when celebration sounds accompanied the outcome. Deborah's experience illustrates exactly how effective this manipulation becomes over extended play. She spent 6 hours at Monopoly Millionaire, convinced throughout the entire session that she was breaking even or slightly ahead. The machine celebrated constantly. Bells rang, animations played. The Monopoly man danced across the screen. Her subjective experience was winning frequently enough to justify continuing play. Casino transaction records revealed the objective reality. She lost $1,800 during that session. A former floor manager explained that multiple gaming jurisdictions actually investigated Monopoly Millionaire's sound design after consumer complaints. But regulators ruled the celebratory audio wasn't technically deceptive, since the machine does display the actual win amount numerically. The psychological impact of hearing celebration sounds while losing money doesn't violate gaming regulations, even though former employees admitted privately they considered it unethical. One former casino consultant's email, revealed during unrelated litigation discovery, specifically called Monopoly Millionaire a masterclass in losses disguised as wins through audio-visual manipulation. And Warning Machine number 3 might be the most predatory of all because it targets a specific psychological weakness that keeps players trapped even when they consciously understand they're losing. Machine number 3. Buffalo Extreme operates with extreme volatility that former technicians confirm can extend 400 spins or more without triggering any meaningful bonus. The RTP sits between 84 and 86%, but what makes this machine particularly dangerous is programming that former employees called artificially extended trigger delay. Internal documentation shows the game uses weighted near-miss programming, specifically on the fourth scatter symbol. That symbol appears on the screen, often just one position away from triggering the bonus, far more frequently than actual probability mathematics would create naturally. Carlos lost $5,000 chasing the Buffalo Extreme bonus during a single 8-hour session. Casino surveillance footage, later reviewed during his credit dispute claim, showed the fourth scatter symbol appearing one position away from triggering the bonus round 47 separate times. The bonus itself triggered exactly once during those 8 hours, paying back $680. Former floor staff who witnessed similar scenarios said they felt genuine guilt watching elderly players on fixed incomes feed life insurance money into Buffalo Extreme. mesmerized by constantly appearing near-miss combinations that programming deliberately created to sustain hope without delivering actual bonus triggers. Now that you understand which machines use aggressive psychological tactics designed for maximum extraction, let me reveal the final two machines that former employees said actually deserve your attention. Machine number 11, Stinkin' Rich. And what sets this game apart is a feature former programmers called guaranteed minimum structures. The bonus rounds cannot produce zero pay outcomes. Internal technical documentation shows the Trash for Cash bonus specifically uses weighted minimums that ensure every bonus trigger returns at least 12 times your triggering bet. The base game RTP ranges between 92 and 94%, and the progressive element adds genuine value rather than psychological manipulation. Former employees confirmed the multiple bonus types create legitimate win opportunities rather than a single rare feature you'll chase unsuccessfully for hours. And finally, machine number 12 brings something almost unheard of in modern slot design: actual player skill influence. Machine number 12. Pinball incorporates a multi-ball feature where your timing affects multiplier outcomes. This represents genuine interactive elements rather than the illusion of control that most games provide. Technical documentation shows RTP between 91 and 93% with baseline play, but former game testers confirmed skilled timing can push effective return higher. A programmer who worked on certification testing explained that pinball was experimental, trying to blend video game engagement with gambling mechanics, and the result gives players both better odds and actual entertainment value beyond pure chance. So let's bring all of this information together and make sure you understand exactly what you've just learned. You now understand which 12 machines give you legitimate fighting chances and which 3 use psychological warfare disguised as entertainment. Let's make sure this information stays with you. Wheel of Fortune Classic. Triple Strike offers mechanical transparency that modern programming can't manipulate. Lightning Link creates community jackpot fairness through forced redistribution. Ultimate Fire Link provides must-hit-by thresholds you can actually see and track. Double Diamond maintains classic high RTP without complexity hiding volatility traps. Blazing Sevens delivers frequent bonuses that perform exactly as mathematics predict. Mega Meltdown distributes honest progressive wins throughout normal play. Quick Hit Platinum generates high hit frequency that extends sessions rather than draining bankrolls. Wheel of Fortune 4-dimensional uses genuine RNG outcomes casinos actually want you winning on. Wild Leprechaun offers fair bonus buy features that maintain consistent RTP. Dragon's Law provides twin real advantages that increase actual win probability. Stinkin' Rich guarantees minimum bonus returns that eliminate zero pay outcomes. Pinball incorporates skill elements that give you genuine control over results. Against those 12 legitimate options, remember the 3 machines engineered specifically to exploit your psychology. Invaders from Planet Moolah uses deceptive cascading reels weighted to stop just when you think momentum builds. Monopoly. Millionaire triggers celebration sounds for losses, literally training your brain to misinterpret financial damage as success. Buffalo Extreme combines predatory volatility with near-miss programming that keeps you feeding money while bonuses remain mathematically distant. Former employees specifically called these 3 machines unethical, and documentation from internal casino communications confirms gaming companies understood exactly what psychological vulnerabilities they were targeting. This information comes from documented internal reports, former employee testimonies given during legal proceedings, and analysis of actual payout data across multiple casino properties. Casinos spend millions on player tracking and behavioral research, but they don't advertise which machines offer genuinely better odds versus which machines use psychological manipulation to maximize hold percentages. Now you possess information that came from maintenance logs, certification testing documents, and leaked emails between casino managers and game manufacturers. The mathematical difference between playing these 12 recommended machines versus randomly choosing games across the casino floor could mean thousands of dollars over time. Former slot directors confirmed during recorded industry conferences that knowledgeable players who deliberately select higher RTP machines and avoid psychologically manipulative games experience significantly better long-term outcomes. If this information changed how you'll approach casino floors, subscribe to this channel right now. Comment below telling me which of these 12 machines you've actually played and whether you noticed the better performance we've documented. Share this video with anyone you know who plays slots because this information could genuinely save them serious money and protect them from machines designed specifically to exploit cognitive vulnerabilities. Check the description for my next video where former casino dealers reveal which table games offer the absolute best odds and which bets you should never make regardless of how exciting they look.